these boots.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well,
To
we'll
get
deal with that in a minute. Hello, everybody. We are on stream. Quiet, Colin. Quiet, Elf. I'm going to just play a dwarf character so I can just beat the crap out of the elf. There is some animosity between them. All right, anyway, moving on. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chapter 3 of the Chronicles of Paramoor. Unfortunately, I know I promised some new players tonight, but I think they had some things come up, so it's just us. And it's our famous lovable elf rogue. Well, now he's an elf rogue archer, 5th level,
Absolute.
Shadow Wolf. Say hi, Colin.
Hi, folks. I'm Colin. I'm playing Shadow Wolf, the elf rogue. Seeker after knowledge.
All right, and we are bringing in, of course, our most famous character, regardless who is here or not. Our most famous character, Witch King's character, Azramir Bronzehammer.
Thank you, everyone. I am Azramir Bronzehammer in this game, but everywhere else, I am the Witch KingofTsamra, and I'll do promotion after the show. So, Azramir Bronzehammer is a lawful good cleric, a dwarf, and he is a let me rephrase that. He is a hero who has conquered so many things, predominantly women of other races.
I was about to say I like that one. Predominantly women. Yes. He took. He's in the first chapter. Everybody in the past episode, you can check it out. His character has successfully made it with a human female, dwarf female, and an elf female all at the same time. He had a 4-way, and he was the only male.
Yeah,
not quite sure what makes it.
I probably pissed off so many of the Church of Moor just by doing that.
Hey, it was consensual. There was nothing wrong with it, and it's not like you paid for it. And you didn't even pay for it. You just bought the room. You got it for free.
That's true.
So, hey.
But other than that, we stopped. Well, we sent people ahead of us to stop the threat of an alliance of monsters and orcs and everyone else, all evil. And unfortunately, we failed in that task, but we did survive, and now we're here.
Yep. They are.
Oh, and I also got the intercession of my god Morg to help me and the party.
You guys are gonna, in this video.
It's just that Rubble decided to go in charge of Jelly.
Yes. Yep. He went and fought orcs against the Kingdom of Garwudan, and they probably would have taken Bronzehammer with them, but they are stubborn fighters.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys are going to notice, and it will be updated on my blog, because they will be sending me their character sheets, and I'm going to update the blog. You guys are going to notice probably them using different types of weapons. For instance, Azramir has the Dwarven Warhammer of Morg, which is going to come in with some very special effects, as well as the Dwarven Breastplate of Morg. And then we do have ArcherColin, Shadow Wolf over here, who is carrying some new weapons himself, made out of elven make. So they pondered their gold and for some new gear, which is great because now they find themselves in a new land. You guys just got done spending 17 weeks training into your new selves, advancing your skills as fighters. You braved the forbidden lands of the north and crossed into the region of Solana. As you cross into the region of Solana, you guys have noticed, you guys do come across a town. It has lots of people. They are predominantly farmers. They are predominantly farmers, and it looks like some of the farmers sends out other farmers or delivers merchants to other parts of this place. Now, this is on the outskirts of this region. So you guys are just coming across your first town, not knowing exactly what's going on. As you guys do arrive, you notice that the sun is about to set, and all the men in this town are already indoors, and you see nothing but women.
What do we know about this region?
Nothing unless you read about it. Did you read about it?
If I knew what was coming here, I would have done research, yes.
All right, give me an intelligence check, and your wisdom of ages does count.
So, my
Not
first
wisdom,
question is
intelligence.
why... So my first question would be, why are we here?
Oh, because you guys are actually looking for a treasure. And I will tell you why you're here, because you're going to roll for it, and there's going to be different reasons. So,
oh, I see. Okay, right. Okay, so hold on. Well, let's see. Ooh, that's not good. Hold on. Well, that's 5. The roll. Wisdom of the ages takes it up to 7.
yeah, and
I'm not sure if anything else.
Intelligence is still 12.
I was going to say I'm not sure there's anything else.
You rolled a 5. Your level will be 5.
Then
your intelligence is what's your intelligence?
Intelligence is a +1, but I've also got now, and I don't know if this counts or not because you're the one that created it. Roguish law, which lets me add my level to certain rolls.
Yes, it would automatically be added for this, so that's already done.
Right.
So
okay,
you have gained,
10.
but it does give you a bonus in gaining some additional information, some basic information. So let's see here. You rolled a 5. You add your level, which gives you another 5. That's 10. Your intelligence is a 1, and your wisdom of ages gives you a what modifier?
2.
2. Okay, so that's a 13. So you do succeed, and with you having the knack of roguish lore, I'm gonna pull that up real quick, because if I'm not mistaken, depending on the obscure, you've actually depending on the because there's 4 different types of CLs here. So let me pull up my note list. Give me a second. All right.
Does that mean I'm adding my level twice or something with the roguish law?
No. That means I'm adjusting the CL.
Oh, right.
I'm adjusting the difficulty for it.
Okay. Thanks.
Which in some cases could go up or down.
Okay. Thanks. Because I'm.
I think in this case it would probably. All right. So no matter what, you succeeded. Okay. So let me see how well you succeeded, because you did get 13. Oh, I got your character sheet right here. Hey, look at that. Okay, so you have... Where are you? I have a knack. Oh, knack, roguish lore. Which means that you can add your level. Oh, for crying out loud, what did I do with it?
I forgot myself.
Yeah, I gotta find it again. Give me a second. It won't take me long. I probably just put it somewhere crazy.
Yeah.
Here, no, that's not it. Close, no.
One thing
close, no.
One of the reasons I'm not that struck with these character sheets. That's an idea.
Here we go. Okay, and I think I have. Here we are. Okay, so basic information. The information that's general knowledge is a 0, +2, so 12, 14. So you just fall short of knowing anything. And it goes from basically basic to obscure, like information you would never hear. So you didn't make it quite up to the next level, but you did succeed to know some basic information on this region. Real quick, I do want you both to roll a d8 for me, and this is going to get and Archer, you're going to get some additional information on top of this too.
I got a 3.
Okay.
I'm going to work out which one of these is a d8. D8. 7.
7? Okay, so, Ezramir, you hear that many strange beings have been seen near the northern woods. These creatures say survivors have 3 heads, 3 arms, and 3 legs. So far, 5 people have been killed by a horrible beast. Farmers complain that their cattle, chickens, and other farm animals keep disappearing, and they keep blaming the disappearances on these creatures. That's why you're here.
Okay.
Horrific creatures.
Unholy abominations.
There we go. Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
so, all right. Shadow Wolf has worked out that this information he's got is either true and false, or it's just complete bullshit. So you hear a great cleric called Karth is roaming the country, aiding the sick and defending the just. It is said that he cares not for riches, but only for spiritual gain. So, you do know that there is a cleric named Karth here, but you've heard of him before. He's not a good cleric.
Right.
He is totally taking advantage of the people here.
He could also have turned a new leaf by getting an infusion of a light quickening in him.
Yep. Well, the reason why you worked this out is because, and the reason why you worked this out, Shadow Wolf, is because you've heard of this region, and this region is completely dominated by a ruthless ruler. She is completely female. She hates males. She is unmarried. She has forbidden males. She has forbidden any males to serve under her as a general. There are males serving in her army, but all her generals are females. She is.
Oh Lord, we're around the 2023 Disney.
All right. So, she is known as the ruler who stays in the city of Gulia. There's a reason why they call it Gulia, and her name is Lady Scarlet Bathory. She is known as the Blood Baron of this place. She has ruthlessly killed her allies. She has ruthlessly killed her enemies, and she has basically no one has been able to beat her this entire time.
What?
Yep, she has an honor guard. She has several forms of guards, and only women have any freedoms in this place. Males are second-rate citizens. They have curfews, which is why you see females right now, because with the sun going down, you have to get inside somewhere. And you notice you come to the town called Veldin. Veldin does have the protection from the Baroness. They do suffer. You do know that they suffer so-called. You do hear rumors of them suffer periodic raids of orcs and kobolds, and other creatures on the outskirts.
Okay. Other than the character, reacting to that name because he knows that name.
Yes.
Only a different first name, but I know that name Bathory. Elizabeth Bathory is a name I know.
Yes, I wanted to convert some real life history to a little bit of fantasy.
No, that's absolutely fine. But I say, the problem, as I said, how much the character knows. The player is well familiar with that character, with the real life one.
Well, that's crossing realms. I mean, we're in here. You know that Lady Scarlet is the Blood Baron of Solana. She rules.
Baron or Blood Baroness?
Technically, yes, but she also doesn't like female terms.
Okay.
Yep. She is the dominatrix of this area. She rules with an iron fist. She rules with an iron fist, and she fears nothing, but everyone fears her.
And we're here again. Why?
Well, because one of you guys heard that there's unholy abominations here, while probably an evil ruler. The other one, well, you know, like you said, you hear there's a cleric here taking advantage of the riches. Or there's a cleric here that's here for spiritual gain, not wealth gain, but you know that's complete bullshit, so you came here to stop that. And you guys also heard rumors of the Silver Palace, which has been an abandoned palace for about roughly 1,500 years, and was actually home to the princess known as Magenta, until one day she disappeared, and rumors of her disappearance and stories of her disappearance has been so far altered. You're not sure what is true and what is not. So you're here investigating this entire region.
We know what race she was.
Actually, not even a clue. I mean, you're thinking she's human, but she was actually friends with was friends with elves, dwarves, and other creatures as well. In this region, there was a time, and you do know this from history, in this region, there was a time that elves, dwarves, it doesn't matter what race you were all created equal. And she gave everyone equal treatment here, whereas kind of in Conquistos, it's a little bit divided. But there's peace and whatnot. This is more than just peace. Everyone lived alongside each other.
I'm thinking if an elf has disappeared 200 years ago, to think there's no reason to suspect they could not still be around somewhere.
All right, I'm gonna need to give you a little bit. I'm gonna need to give you just a little bit more to make sure your character gets into this. Okay, so, all right, so let's see here. What else can I give you? Without giving you too much. Okay, so, you do know that the evil Baroness of Gulia, Lady Scarlet, has offered a reward to anyone who can bring her the ruby known as My Lady's Heart. Lady Scarlet claims that she's the heir to the treasure, as she is the only living descendant from the princess. However, you don't know which is true or false. You don't know if she is or isn't, because no one has seen the princess in over 1,500 years.
1,500?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were only hundreds of years into this age.
Oh, into this age, but there was thousands of years in the previous.
Okay.
Remember, the turn of this age only happened because Conquistos actually took off and actually came up with a structural system among the four races in there, such as the orcs, the dwarves, the elves, and the humans. And remember, gnomes and halflings don't have full, complete structure. There's not like a big structure, capital city for them.
So do they live in human or elven or dwarven cities and areas,
they live in small. They live in Conquistos. They live in small communities. In Solana, they actually live in larger communities.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different. This one in Solana, you guys do hear that there is an halfling community, not a gnome. So
weird.
Yeah. Very weird, isn't it? Halfling community, but no gnomes exist in Solana, as far as anyone knows.
So 1,500 years, even an elf is likely to no longer be around.
Nope.
Okay, for some reason I thought you said a couple. I must have misheard. I thought you said a couple of hundred years ago she disappeared. Okay.
1,500 years ago. And if that doesn't interest you, it is said that she was kidnapped by a red dragon.
Red dragon, I'm going home.
Well, red dragons have not been seen. There's been no record of... the last recorded seen dragon was the same time that the princess disappeared.
Right.
Let me make sure I got that. Let me make sure I got that information correct, because I did put that on a timeline. Want to make sure it was 1,500.
If we come across wizard or Fizzban who only knows to spell fireball,
Fizzban. Okay, Fizzban.
You've read him as well, haven't you?
Whoa. I'm gonna set this point. Fizzban doesn't exist in this world because this is a Castles and Crusades game, not Dungeons and Dragons.
But that doesn't preclude the result of finding him in another realm, does it?
I like the logic you got, Witch King, because that's almost not beatable. But because just no, we're just gonna go with no. Okay. By the way, your characters are sitting outside as the sun's going down, and does Shadow Wolf share this information with Azure?
Oh yeah, I would imagine
you guys are about
would
to be in
have
trouble.
passed unwanted.
I imagine he probably shared this with me as we were heading into the town.
Definitely. Oh yeah, heck, probably before we even left.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have. There's no reason to keep any of this.
So what do you guys do? You guys look for a tavern?
I suppose so.
All right.
We got to find some shelter for the night.
Well, there is a tavern. There is in the center of town. There is a trading post, but it seems to be closed for the night. But just shortly on the other side of the trading post is a tavern, and it seems like it's currently got noise on it. So it's like you hear music playing.
We hear the sound of men in the tavern, or is it sound particularly just like women in?
Oh
in
no,
the tavern?
it's totally mixed company.
Okay.
So as you make it up to the tavern, both a female table. Turn your mic up. You're low. What? I can't be that low. Can you guys hear me just fine?
Yeah, I can hear it. Well, hold on. Let me mute myself and then listen to you on the video.
Okay.
Just
Weird,
I'll just
right.
keep saying stuff and then I'll mute myself.
All right. So, oh no, my girlfriend's moderating it too. She says they can hear me just fine. Chris, turn your volume up. There we go. Anyway, all right. So as you guys approach the tavern, you guys are approached you guys are approached by a big muscular guy with also probably a big muscular female, and they go admission, please. Admission. There's an admission into the tavern because when you go into the tavern, you rent a room automatically. And given the fact that this is still a small town, the rooms, it's going to be a common room with an actual furnished bed. They're only going to ask for admission is going to be 1 gold piece.
I hand them 1 gold piece.
All right.
Oh,
So they hand them in. You guys hand them 1 gold piece. That or Witch King is too loud. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, they also ask you before you enter, do you guys need any vouchers for drinks?
Do we need that, or can we just get food and drink ourselves?
Well, you can get food, drinks yourselves. It's just if you don't want to lay the coin down on the table because it sometimes gets pretty crowded in here and you're worried about taking it, the vouchers are non-redeemable and everybody knows how much each person gets because we record that.
Wait, are they non-refundable or non-redeemable?
Only redeemable by the person they record having them. Because they will take.
Okay.
When you enter this tavern, they're taking down your name for admission.
Okay, then yeah, I'll take some.
All right.
Is there any? Does this sound at all weird?
Say it
Or
again.
suspicious? Does this sound odd or suspicious or weird?
No.
Or
Well,
is it something?
it's just different for you, but it's you are kind of like you've heard something about them using this kind of thing to help keep thievery down because Veldin doesn't really have much of a law system. This is not really a lawless place, but it's not really a lawful place either.
Okay.
So prepare for a
Done with
party.
that yet? Oh, not again.
So,
I think I really should have been doing with weight training.
How many vouchers do you guys need each? We can pass out a few.
As many as we can afford, I suppose.
Okay. Well, so a voucher will count for a regular drink. So a regular drink here, let's say of like wine, is going to be 5 gold pieces, and you get an entire bottle. And then if you don't want wine, if you want to go with something cheaper like ale, it's going to be like 3 copper pieces per voucher. So it's kind of cheap.
Oh, well, yeah, so I get 3 vouchers for 3 bottles of wine.
Okay. So that's 15 gold pieces.
Yeah, so let me subtract that.
Yep.
Do the
All
same, I think. Yeah, so that one.
So they took down name, please.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to Colin's character. My bad.
No. You bought 3 things of wine, so they got to record it on their log.
My name is Azramir Bronzehammer.
Okay,
Dwarf.
Azramir Bronzehammer, dwarf. Got it. Give him his 3 vouchers and give him a complimentary. Since he's new, give him a complimentary voucher for Solana Brandy. He's gonna love it. So you've got like 4 vouchers instead. All right, what is Shadow Wolf doing?
And again, I'll buy 3 vouchers.
Okay, for what?
For the wine, I think. When,
okay, that's 50.
How does drinking and that work in here? Is it a case of is that going to be a lot that I'm going to sort of have to start rolling it in drunk on or not? I don't know.
Yeah, well, okay. So if you do the vouchers for the wine, a bottle of, like if you do 15, you get 3 bottles of wine, like big bottles of wine. You could just do 5 silver for a glass.
All I'm saying is I don't drink wine. I don't drink that much. So I know I want in universe. I want to buy whatever will be appropriate for an elf of my constitution, which is not. In other words, I don't want to end up buying that much. I'm going to get drunk or anything. That's what I'm saying. I genuinely don't know what will be appropriate.
You know
so
what?
I want
they noticed that your character, that Shadow Wolf, did not say anything because your character is stunned right now and overwhelmed because you're not a big drinker. So they give you a complimentary for admission, a voucher for Solana Brandy to try as a newcomer. So that comes for free.
Oh, thank you. No, I mean, it's not that I as a player don't have that much. I don't drink, so the character, I don't know what elf's tolerance would be, so I don't know.
Not much. That's why Shadow Wolf. Not much, but Shadow Wolf, being an elf, would know that.
It's exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to have to use what the player would know, but the character doesn't, rather than the other way around. For once.
Yep. You would have to go with how your character feel. If his constitution is not that high, he knows he's not a heavy drinker. That means he probably most likely don't drink.
I mean, my constitution's average, but I have a resistance to poisons, so.
Yeah, well, that's where elves don't. So.
Well, my con's 10, so.
Yeah, that's about average.
Mine's 11.
If you want, you could buy a drink later if you are feeling like you're not if you want to enjoy more into the description of the scenery. Let's move on to the next scene, and let's just say you just try the complimentary Solana Brandy.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I say, I've been drinking with dwarves before, so.
And you also did not hold yourself up very well either, if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
So you guys gain admissions in, and you guys hear music playing. There's a person playing some good music, and you guys are seated to a table, and this barmaid comes around, and she says, "May I take your vouchers?"
Yes, I hand my voucher over.
All right.
Well, all of my vouchers.
All right. So she's like, "Okay, I will prepare your table for you." After about 5 minutes, after you guys enjoy some music, she comes and brings you 3 bottles of red wine, and 2 bottles of Solana Brandy, one for Shadow Wolf and one for Azramir. And she says, "Well, I hope you guys enjoy." And on the little tray is your guys' room number.
Oh, well. Does it look like the place is filled to the brim with people? So we should head into the room? Okay.
Well, it's not overflowing with people. It's like you see a lot of women here, but you do see some men too. And so as you guys are casting out drinks and listening to music, and you see the 2 bouncers come in, the muscular man and muscular woman, and they locked the door with you guys inside of it. And the bartender says, "Can I have your attention, please? Curfew for men has started. We, unfortunately, will not be able to leave this establishment for the rest of the night, or unless we feel persecution. Any man find outside at curfew, under the law of Lady Scarlet, it will be death. So, please, everyone, stay inside, and please enjoy your time here." and then the music starts right back up.
I don't know if I like this place, Shadow Wolf.
No. It's
I mean, unless there was some kind of reason to protect the populace, I don't see the reason for this.
I can think of a few ideas, but historically and don't necessarily reflect a particularly pleasant aspect of some histories.
I see.
Talking quietly, hopefully so.
Yeah, we're talking as quietly as possible.
So as not to be overheard, not least because I don't offend nobody. Had you noticed a lot of the women are very suited for more masculine roles in our societies?
Yeah, but I mean, in our society, women can do that, but like this is where they have to do it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It seems to be that there's we knew part of this coming in. I mean, it's oh, excuse me. It's not as if the kind of setup here is unknown.
Yeah, but it's different from reading it in a book than experiencing it yourself.
Yeah, very definitely. Fortunately, we're not that far into the lands anyway. So,
no, you're not. You're not very far into the lands at all. Actually, I'm gonna pull up a map for you guys because here's the thing. Before you would have traveled to the lands, I'm sorry, Shadow Wolf would have actually discovered a map and tried to figure out what this land exactly is. That's just how I feel he would. I don't know if that would actually be correct or not.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, I mean, would have done what research I can.
Oh yeah.
And what I know about these things, what other people know about these things, what I can find in the libraries and the like. So I believe I mentioned in Discord, Shadow Wolf is where I gave reaches for mapping kit.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, one second. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
I mean, worst case, if it's really not something we can adapt to, we can just back over the border again.
Yeah, I suppose.
If we do that, of course, there's not much we can do about
the situation here. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't think with this. Is this cleric? It's a male cleric, I take it.
Karth? Yes.
Do you not know? So, tends to wonder how
that was my file thingy, so that was wrong.
Cleric is getting on.
Where are you?
How much? What have you heard about this cleric? Remind me again what we know about this cleric.
You know that he's here. Supposedly he's here to help people. But you do know for a fact you've heard his name before, and he is what you call a drifter, and is a complete shyster. So it's very possible that you guys came here to stop him.
Yeah, there's the brain's completely switched off. There is an actual word for the word that's coming to mind, and I can't an idea. So it does that sort of sells false relics and this sort of thing in real history.
It's not that he sells relics. It's he's offered them assistance. For some reason, I cannot. I am completely and uttered baffled right now because I'm trying to pull up a map for you guys, but every map program I pull up is not working. and it does not work with OBS. I completely hate that.
The Countess has put up an anti-scrying dome over her land.
Okay, for God's sake,
Uh-oh.
why am I pulling up my files here? Hang on, guys. I'm still trying to pull up the map. Give me just a hot second.
Do you have? Do you?
I mean, tabletop. This is when I keep reminding you. Use a VTT.
Yeah. This is why I keep reminding you. I'm still trying to get the license for it.
I think I might be able to gift it to you at some point if you really want me to.
No. I don't want to do that. I'd rather buy it myself. I think I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah,
we've
getting
had
frustrated.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting frustrated. Here we go. All right. So this is where Veldin is. Oh my God, that's horrible. Because it's so big. There we go. So here's the. Don't worry about this area over here. This is like Elfheim. So you guys are like right here in this town, right there, just on the outskirts of that. So this is Gulia, and this is the Silver Palace. This is where you guys have heard where the princes lived, surrounded by mountains, supposedly where you've seen the dragon. So right now you are only on the outskirts of town, right here.
So, Asmir, do you, or clerics in general, religion? Many of you, your religions actually have problems with false clerics, people using clerical, tending to be clerics or something or anything like that.
Well, strictly speaking, I'm pretty sure any god who found a cleric doing that would be furious at the cleric doing that. So I don't think the person you're talking about is a cleric, unless it's an evil god, which very well could be the case.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Is I mean, we've had. I mean, I know there've been instances of people sort of selling cures that actually turn out to be short-term thing, and almost as soon as they've left town, the poor sat with relapses, whatever was wrong with them, things like that. So what's the thing is to know if he's actually got any actual powers at all, or if he is indeed just a complete and utter geek. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. I think something will happen in the morning, or in several days from now. Yeah. I'm not good at math, so
this is going to be one interesting situation. At least we'll it does kind of mean that we think we're going to have it does sort of kind of cut down the amount of time anything can happen really to sort of the daylight hours, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose we should just enjoy the wine and brandy and then head to our room.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting only being out during the day.
All right. Well,
yeah, I mean, we got here at like 7 at night.
About that, sundown. Probably like you're actually in the last few days. You're actually in the last month of summer, so the nights are getting darker quicker. So yeah, it's been about roughly 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. Well, bottoms up, and I just down the brandy.
All right.
I don't sip it. I down it.
You're a chugging, quaffing dwarf. I'm a fine, elegant elf. We both have appearances to keep up with.
All right, Azramir, you also had 3 bottles of wine to finish. So you need to give me a Constitution save right now. And is it? And my next question to you: is it prime?
It is not, but I do have a bonus for resistance to poison.
And what's that bonus?
Let me see. Dwarves have a. They have a +2 bonus to all poison saving throws.
All right. So all that bonus would give you, instead of let's see, you still got to get, because you had so much, it's going to have to be 20 or better.
Ooh!
Well, this is going to be a fun morning. Okay, D20. Here we go. Damn it! I rolled a 4.
Oh, you're drunk. You passed out drunk on the floor. All right,
Shadow Wolf can carry me to the room, or at least drag me.
Well, Shadow Wolf, that brandy hit you kind of hard. I need a Constitution saving throw.
I took a couple of sips. Good grief.
Is your Constitution prime, sir?
Don't be silly.
Give me a roll. I'll make it easy for you. 18 or better.
It's a bummer because that's a 16.
Well, what's your level?
Oh, my level's I'm level 5, so I get
Okay. So 16 plus 0 plus 5. That is 21. You are buzzing, but you're not drunk. But Azramir is completely passed out drunk.
I keep forgetting that you add your level to most throws. I keep thinking it's only skill throws that you do that.
No, isn't it only when it's prime?
No, it's whenever you're doing an attribute roll.
Oh, then I got a 7 total, not 6.
It still doesn't help you. You're still passed out drunk. You needed a 20 or better. You didn't even hit half.
This is why I like incremental success a lot.
Yep. So Shadow Wolf, what do you do? How do you get him upstairs?
I thought you said it was a common room.
No, it's just a common bedroom, but you still get your own room.
But if I have to, can he lay me down next to the fireplace where everyone else is sleeping for the night and just worry about himself?
Actually, he can just leave you on the floor. Nobody's going to step on you.
Okay.
We'll just put an end to that right now. He can leave you right there. Nobody will step on you.
So that apparently, from what I remember or heard somewhere, that in the Middle Ages, if you travel to a tavern or an inn of some kind, usually you're going to be sleeping on the floor, like on a furred kind of skin thing.
Yeah, it may well have been common areas would have been.
So Shadow Wolf makes it to his room. He leaves you on the floor, and the party stops at some point.
Well, at least he's not going to have the penalties to dexterity in the morning from sleeping on the floor all night.
I will be nice enough to say you are not going to suffer any penalties.
Well, yeah, that actually makes sense because dwarves, as we've established previously, sleep on stone beds with stone pillows.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not going to give you any penalties. Shadow Wolf, as you wake up in the next day, fully refreshed, you walk downstairs and you notice that Azramir is surrounded by women.
Oh, here we go again.
and the women are not attractive at all. He's sleeping on the belly of a 7-foot female.
Are we in Amazon country?
Scratch that, making it 6'2".
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter. For a dwarf, that's kind of big.
Has he still got his clothes on?
No. And neither
I
does
was
the female.
going. I was going to say, before you jumped in the morning, I would possibly take his personal valuables. I don't know if that would have been appropriate in the circumstances anyway.
I mean, we can say you did, so that way you know for a fact he didn't get robbed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that
He totally got
I mean,
taken. He's a dwarf who totally got taken advantage of by a female. A female loving dwarf. Or no. She's a human female that loves dwarfs. She has this fantasy.
awful. Yeah.
How does Azramir wake up?
Azramir
Did you say
wakes up.
he's surrounded by women, or he's just sleeping with one woman?
Oh, he's sleeping on the belly of one woman while surrounded by two others. One is a...
Azramir opens his eyes, yawns, stretches a bit, and he's like, wait, what's... And he looks around. Oh, God. Treadwolf, he's like pawing the air, trying to get you to grab him off this woman. Please help, please. Treadwolf, please.
I'll help him up.
Okay. Alright. Give me a strength check.
Dear Lord. Try to help him up. Well, actually, I think my strength is 11.
I'm only 185 pounds. I know that's still a lot. Never mind. Especially for an elf.
Okay. Well, that's 12, but let's try a game of the D20 instead of a D12. Yes, that's 18.
You got 18? Oh, you picked him up, and you guys turn around, and all the females begin cuddling with the larger female.
Quietly pick up his clothes and lead the ladies to it. I get the feeling this is quite possibly not unusual.
I don't like this place at all anymore.
We're only like it because you can't remember what happened.
That makes it even worse. Thanks for mentioning that.
If you could remember what you got up to last night, you'd probably have been quite happy with it.
I don't know, man. I don't trust these women.
Women got more freedom than men in this country, and somehow he totally got taken advantage of.
Precisely. Oh dear.
All right, so you guys sneak out of the tavern.
Yeah.
And get your clothes
I
on.
quickly get my clothes on.
Yeah, it's like, oh, forgot my drawers.
First of all, make sure it's daylight.
Oh, it is daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've got like that. It's not daylight.
And the tavern's unlocked, so it's good for everyone to leave.
Okay.
So as you guys walk outside, there is the big muscular male and female are sitting out there just picking their teeth with a toothpick, smirking at Azramir.
What of it?
Strut.
Oh, Helga's just been trying to get inside in someone's dwarven pants for a while. Looks like you were the lucky newcomer.
Strut.
And her name's Holga.
I said, I walk. I'm not paying any more attention.
Your name's not Matt Murdoch. You don't need to do a walk of shame.
It is the walk of shame. All right, where do you guys walk to? Where do you guys begin walking to?
Actually, turn it round. Actually, you're using the walk of shame. You're the victim here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were drunk and taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not go into that.
But was he? But wait, was he? Was he? Does he remember that he didn't ask for it at the same time?
If he was, he was drunk.
But you guys were also in a. But you guys were also in a party, all drinking. There's a lot of questions about what really happened at that party. Maybe Asmir wants to know.
We're gonna have a murder mystery now.
Like I said, I'm not going to ask them.
No murder mystery, sadly, no. Would have been a great idea, though. All right, so where do you guys want to head now? I mean, your options are you can head back to Kakistos, or you can continue to the Silver Palace, looking for the prized ruby of my lady's heart.
Is there anything around here in the way of library or anything like that, or even the anything where we could sort of ask some more questions? You know, sort of.
Well, let me pull up. Let me see what other locations we have here.
You know, even the fact if the Baroness is offering a reward, you know, are there any details? You know, I mean, I would imagine perhaps have been details of other people have looked for this jewel. Now, what can we find out about things like that?
Well, you could ask around Veldin, or you can. Let's see, which one would be next. What would be the next closest location for you? Next closest location would be traveling through the Crichton Woods, named after the god Crichton, the god of hatred and death, mostly worshipped by evil people. You could head to. I
thought he was worshipped mostly by an Earthman from Earth.
Very funny. I know where you got that from.
And a talking cat.
Yes.
Oh, it gets better. You said Crichton Woods. I slightly misheard that. I thought you said Crichton Ward.
No, Crichton.
No, I get that, but the problem is Crichton Ward.
Oh.
Is a character in a kids' TV show called Thunderbirds.
Yeah, no.
Lady Penelope Crichton Ward. Nope. So when you said, I realized as soon as you said that,
Asmir hears that you guys got to travel through the Crichton Woods, Asmir, you begin to remember hearing stories about Crichton, the god of hatred and death. His main symbol is a skull. His famous weapon is a spiked chain. And he's mostly worshipped by anyone evil. He is a demon from hell. So therefore, you would have to travel through those woods.
I have a question.
Well, I know that we're dealing with unholy abominations, and with a name like that, I guess that's where they'll be.
Mike, I have a more important question. Mm-hmm. This entire land, as I understand it, has a dusk to dawn curfew for males.
Yes.
How does that work if you're traveling?
If the guards don't see you...
Isn't that going to cut down your ability to travel?
If the guards don't see you inside of a town, you don't exist. Nor are you breaking the law.
Sorry, I dropped out for a couple of seconds. So effectively, the lockdown, the curfew only exists in towns and cities. So it doesn't exist outside of the towns.
Yes.
And that's not going to be a problem. Okay, that's fair enough. And I was thinking of the practicalities of that.
I need you both.
That's
all right. So you guys would have done some research prior. So the Crichton Woods is to be a desolate place inhabited by evil beings, supposedly. But once believed to be filled with unicorns, elves, and fairies, and other fair creatures. Many expeditions attempting to go into the woods and come back has never returned.
I'm not going to like these woods. I really don't like these woods.
Well, guess what? I don't like them either, but we got to go in here.
On the other side is the capital city Gulia, and also another nearby town. The other nearby town is called Dead Mule.
Mule.
Dead mule. Yep.
Just a matter of interest, how are you spelling Gulia?
Gulia.
Ah, good. So you mean it's an Italian ghoul's name rather than a ghoul? Excellent.
Yeah.
I hope.
You noticed that too, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys?
As long as it's nowhere called Renfield.
Well, we're heading into the woods.
You go down to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did I manage to top up my ammo?
I don't think you have.
Can we basically say he did anyways? Because that would have been something he probably would have done.
Yeah, no. I'm saying this. Yeah, I mean, I did mention this, but I'm thinking if I couldn't, I would at least have been able to top up ordinary arrows. It's just I've been hoping to top up the arrows, but I'm. So I had run out of ordinary arrows. I'd only actually got the silver and the +1s.
Yes, but if you top off the arrows with a quiver, it counts for an EV of 2, I believe. So
that's what I'm working on.
Do you want the encumbrance value, or do you just want to skip it for now and use what you have?
That's what I'm working on. I'm saying is I would have bought enough to top up the quiver because the quiver's EV of 2. But I think I'm pretty close. I'll be pretty close to full anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy anymore because you still have silver and expert arrows to use, and I think you got 8 silver, don't you? How many silver do you have?
I'm just double checking on that one. I've got. Actually, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 11. I've got 11 silver and 6 expert. I've got 19 out. I've got 17 hours.
I'm gonna say 11 silver and 9 experts.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So yeah, you're topped off with like some kick butt arrows. You're ready to fight any evil that comes out of that woods.
Yeah. Well, I'm particularly interested in this out of a silver palace. I'm just wondering if the silver. Silver is good for. Is silver here good for lycanthropes or do they not exist?
It is, but you haven't really seen anything on lichens for like some time now.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because I mean obviously the silver arrows have got advantages. I'm just not sure what that particular. I mean I know what the advantage the expert one is, but I'm not sure what the silver arrows is.
They're arrows made out of silver. There's not just lycanthropes that use it that it has a weakness to it. There's other beings that have weakness against silver too.
Yeah.
All right, so I need you both to give me a charisma roll.
Okay.
Oh, dear God.
Wait, I think that.
Let me guess, not prime, right?
Yeah, not prime. I have a +1 in it though.
Fair enough. Roll it.
At least I don't have a minus.
What do you got?
A 3.
You got what?
A 3. So 4 total.
And then add your level, which is 4, so 8 total. So yeah, there you go.
That's fine.
All right, what does Shadow Wolf get?
Well, including my total, 20.
20, really?
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
I'm level 5.
20, and then what's your charisma? 0?
So I've got no charisma bonus. Charisma's 10.
So Shadow Wolf, you went and asked a few of the citizens about this area. They do tell you about Lady Scarlet being a ruthless baroness that actually hates men. All her lieutenants are women who runs a few of the towns. You do find out that you are near, if you pass through the Crichton Woods, you are near your next neighboring cities. One is a town, one is a city, one is called Dead Mule, and then the other is the capital called Gulia. So Gulia is the home of Lady Scarlet. So yes, and then Dead Mule is the Shire of Halflings. And then they do tell you that they have not been able to find My Lady's Heart, which is a ruby that is said to be inside the Silver Palace.
Oh, I lost you.
Something that she hid and left behind because she was taken for it by a red dragon. Supposedly, is the rumor.
Oh, so I dropped out again for a second. So, town of halflings. The ruby went missing when the red dragon took Lady Powder Puff or whatever her name was.
Princess Magenta. Yep.
Princess Magenta, Princess Peach, whatever her name was. So
I cannot believe we just compared. I cannot believe we just compared this ruthless adventure to Super Mario.
You'd be surprised the connections that one can make, dear boy. You'd be surprised. Like I said, I've already made it to I already misheard you and made a connection to Thunderbirds. I sort of start.
Yeah, that was actually completely accident. Did not mean to make that one.
No, that's fine. I mean, as soon as you said, I realised what you'd said. And I was like, okay, so yes. I then immediately went, okay, so Arthur, if there were any dwarfs in there, I would imagine they're going to be quite well suntanned, even sunburned. They're probably going to be quite red.
Right. You did also hear that Lady Scarlet was actually married to a man, and she killed her husband while taking rulership over Gulia. So you did hear that one too. That is also common knowledge in this area.
That's an interesting point because it's one. Okay, so it's not quite what I thought she was going to be from the description. Then again, if she said she was married to a man, it's the same thing else. In fact, if it's Crichton Woods, if it would have been a red dragon, would it have been a red dwarf dragon?
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well,
if I start making jokes about Farscape, will they link? Crichton was the robot captain Red Dwarf, which is the links I'm making. Mm-hmm. The other one, it was Ben Browder's character in Farscape.
Okay, back to the game. We're getting off topic here. So here's the thing. Who what do you guys do? You guys got two directions here. You can go through the woods and maybe try to purify it of all evil, or and maybe get to the Silver Palace in rather a few days, or what do you do?
Given how well we did when we tried with all of us, two of us actually being on fighters going through the caves. I'm not entirely certain the dwarf and a cleric and a rogue are going to do that well on a cleanse an entire forest of evil.
If you would, you'd be kind of become famous.
Personally, the long term, and in my case, that's very long term. I'd rather be famous, just famous, rather than posthumously famous. That's a long time for me, hopefully. So presumably we've got to go through the forest if we want to get to the village of Halflings as well, have we?
Yep.
What do we know about is the village of Halflings, as far as we know, still reasonably thriving?
Hang on. Well, you notice that they're a group of miners who settled there after, supposedly the rumor is they had a pack mule. They were just crossing over, and then they just landed in that location because their pack mule died and they couldn't leave the area.
Okay.
But you know that the Dead Mule Town, or the Dead Mule Shire, is actually occupied by Gulian soldiers from Gulia. So it is actually being ran by the Baron, not by the Baron herself. She left a lieutenant known as General Drake, a woman from the mountains. A barbaric, rageful woman.
I do hope there was more than one dwarf per day of the week. Sorry, more than one halfling per day of the week, especially if they were minors.
Well, there's no dwarves in this town. It's actually the dead mule is made up of nothing but halflings.
So I know because you said about the minors.
Yep. The only humans that they have are the soldiers and General Drake herself.
Almost of the general that the the countesses people humans, or are they just mainly female of any race?
No. General Drake is a human.
But I'm thinking are her forces mainly human, or is she just female supremacist?
No. Her forces here are all human.
Right. So she's possibly not that fond of anybody not human female.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that makes a slight difference. Well, if we're going to, I would. I would think if we're going to do this, I would think the best one will be to at least Dead Mule is likely to be not sure what to use the word safe, but is likely to be, if it's rocked by the Ghoulians, it's likely not to be overrun with the evil beasties. Hey, Teresa!
No, there won't be evil beasties in there. There'll be evil beasties in the wild, so...
Yeah, it's what I'm thinking, is that at least it will be a...
It'll be safe as long as you follow the laws that are... It'll be safe as long as you follow the laws that are set before you, regardless how absurd they are.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the best option might be to make for there first of all, and sort of set up base there. I'm so not used to working during the day. It's horribly light and not much place.
How does Azramir feel about Shadow Wolf's plan?
Assuming I'm so distracted.
Assuming that he would communicate with Azramir about what he's about to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, obviously, I'm not discussing it with Azramir because he's the closest thing I've got.
So Shadow Wolf wants to head to Dead Mule, which is a shire of halflings ran by the Ghoulian soldiers, and General Drake herself, a commander of the soldiers that is in service to Lady Scarlet. But before you do it, you must go through the Crichton Woods. The woods named after an evil god.
Is there anybody at the palace? At the Silver Palace?
No, Silver Palace is completely abandoned.
But do we know if there's any reports of the monsters that I'm looking for in these woods?
Yeah. That's where they said they came from, along with orcs and kobolds.
Oh, my bad. I didn't remember the name Crichton Woods. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do this.
It could also be in another location because this is a whole new land for you guys. A whole new world. No, I was kidding. So you're going through the story fine.
And demonetized.
All right. So you guys press on to the Crichton Woods, of which we will have an entire adventure because I'm going to prepare something dastardly and evil. Because it's also named after an evil god, so I'm going to take my time and do that. I don't have nothing prepared, but here's the thing. Because you guys also elected and also ran out of money to buy horses and a carriage, it is going to take you some time to go through the woods. For instance, are any of you guys currently encumbered?
I am.
All right.
I'm burdened.
So what is the max speed?
My max speed is currently 20, so I'm moving at 10 feet per round now.
Okay, yep.
You never actually gave us the details for horse and that, did you?
I did, but you also didn't ask.
No, I know. I remember mentioning them.
All right, but here we are. We're here. We're here. You guys didn't even say, "Hey, did you ever give us this?" Now you did. Now you ask. But nope, you guys ran out of money. We're gonna say you guys ran out of money. You guys are gonna walk on this on foot, so that way we have an adventure through the woods.
No, I mean I was gonna say the alternative would be to see if we can get anything in the town we're in, but.
How did we lose the horses? Because I mean, we would have sold them if we can't have them.
We didn't have any, did we?
Oh, you guys actually didn't. We actually those horses were given to you for free, so on loan, so they gave them back. So you gave them back.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then the other horses you got from the farm, Greeny's farm, those died in a tornado.
Yeah. We didn't have anything at the end of last session.
Nope. You guys did get your hands on horse and buggy from the keep, but that's only because you were trying to bring back your findings, and that was promised to you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so that was that to bring the stuff back, etc., etc., etc.
We'll have to buy an actual horse if we want one, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, but I need to know Shadow Wolf's max speed. Shadow Wolf, are you currently encumbered?
My max speed is still 30.
Oh, okay. But you're not encumbered at all?
Nope. I am. I'm 10 out of 11 encumbered, so no, I'm not encumbered.
Okay, so you're not encumbered. Okay,
Very
so
careful.
Yours is 30. All right. Unfortunately, you guys only go as far as your slowest character. So it is currently Azramir. Goodbye, horses. So Azramir.
I don't know if I have enough money to buy a horse because I only have 119 gold.
Forget the horses. We are having an adventure here. You're moving at 10 feet.
Adventure that way.
10 feet.
Going on an adventure.
Here we go. Okay, well, let's not choke. Let's not choke. Maybe try donkeys. They don't scare as easily, and they have a mighty kick. Yeah, actually, that's not.
Aren't they equines though?
Though they are stubborn.
If we have to stay away from any equine species, and we can't have seahorses. Well, seahorses aren't equine. We can't have. Well, Poseidon was the ruler from. That's why I thought of that. We can have horses, donkeys, mules, and that's it.
No, anytime you guys ever get near them, you either get them for free or I kill them.
Someday we're gonna get real attached to one of our horses, and we're gonna be mad when you kill them.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for that day. I was thinking the same thing. You know, the funny thing is, last time that you guys lost horses, I was like, yeah, they're gonna get pissed off because one day they're gonna buy a horse, they're gonna name it, they're gonna have fun with it, and then I'm gonna just kill it, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck you, Tabletop. Fuck you." You know? We hate you forever. All right. Anyone having Never-Ending Story come to mind? Oh, that is so true. Oh, that worked.
No! Stop!
That was terrible.
Well,
all right, give me a second. I gotta get movement here because for 10 feet, how many miles per day can he move? Let's see here. Through the woods, over the hills, and through the woods.
Interesting.
Ugly woman or evil?
Well, hold on.
She's evil and.
Well,
I don't know if there's talking animals in this world, Spartacus.
Yep. Okay, so you can only move four. So you guys are only going to be able to travel 4 miles per day. All right. So we have an adventure here.
I wish I could sell some of my stuff, but I need it.
I'm just looking at that. I'm slightly confused about exactly how they're doing this, but the adventurous backpack has got pack animals.
We're not worried about that. You're out of money. You're good. You guys are off to the Crichton
which we
Woods.
could afford, but they appear to have complete loads of stuff on them as well. Which
yes, but there's nothing in this town. It's not happening. You're off to the Crichton Woods for the last time.
And we're traveling at 4 miles a day, plus breaks. So
average time you're going to spend in the woods before you come out, 1 week.
Yeah. we need a barbarian or a ranger with us.
Are you carrying anything that I could carry for you? Would take you down by 1 EV.
Let's see. I don't know. Can you carry my clothes? Because tabletop makes me carry those as weight.
It's happening. It's happening through the Crichton Woods. Everybody, that's going to wrap up tonight's adventure because we're just way too off topic. And I am going to prepare notes and battles and stuff. So XP next session. There's XP this session, but we're going to add it to next session too. So call it good. Oh, we're gonna wrap it up here. Our heroes are leaving the town of Veldon and heading to the Shire known as Dead Mule, ran by nothing but halflings. And, of course, the Ghoulian Honor Guard. And General Drake, a ruthless, savaged mountain woman. She's a human barbarian. So that's going to be fun.
Are we going to the town of Halfling X-Toys for the ruthless female?
Yep.
Or just icy? Great.
Oh, yeah. So, unfortunately, you're going to spend 6 days in the woods. So we're gonna come up with some encounters and figure out how we're gonna do next session. Other than that, how'd you guys like the improv role play that I allowed you guys to do?
It was fun.
Good.
Cool.
It was fun. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you liked it because that's over with. Now it is Shadow Wolf, a rogue archer. And a dwarven cleric, Azramir, dwarven cleric, is going to be in the evil woods, named after an evil god. Let's see how well you guys fare. All right. Well, I'm
honestly not going to be surprised if we die in the woods.
Well,
I'm not going to be surprised.
We're going to find out. So, anyway, well, that's everything I'm going to have for tonight, folks. This was just get some role playing in, set the mood. Well, I clearly found out that these guys don't like this area at all, but they're going to brave it. Azramir's going to fulfill his duty to Morg and purge the woods of all evil. Or at least attempt to. So let's see how well he fares next session. On the next episode... No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, before we go, Shadow Wolf, is there any... Or, Shadow Wolf, Colin. Oh my god, Gollum. Colin. Colin, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Not at the moment. Hopefully we'll survive next time. No, not really. I haven't got anything much on the moment.
Right.
See everyone in a fortnight's time. Or other than that, hopefully see a few people about in other places on the interwebs.
Cool. And you guys are going to the forest during the day, and inside the forest, no sunlight shines. So Azramir, or better yet, Witch King, any final words?
Now you tell us.
I am the Witch King of Samra. I've been really active on my blog, posting every day this month. Just all the posts I have prepared for RPG a day. I haven't been posting them everywhere, but if you follow my blog, then you'll know what I'm posting. I hopefully will be doing some solo plays that I will run myself through. Maybe hostile solo. I'm not sure. I think I might do that. But, yeah. Hostile solo coming up on my YouTube channel. Hopefully do a playthrough of potentially a series of sessions in that setting. Following the crew of a ship, potentially. Details subject to change. But, yeah. Just catch me on this stream next. and I'm pretty much on every game that Tabletop runs, so you can find me here. You can follow me on PLOTULUS96 on Twitter, and at Witch King of TSAMRA on YouTube.
All right, thank you so much for that. And my name is Tabletop Junkie. I'm the one running this actual play. And so far we're only at 2 players. Maybe in the forest they'll find another character. Maybe a player will join us and we'll just find his character in the woods that has been lost for years, trying to get out. So we'll see about that. We'll see if Azramir's up to the task. It is Azramir, follower of Morg, taking on the woods named after a god. At this point, oh bless you. That was my girlfriend in the background there. At this point, it's pretty much Morg versus Crichton. Who will win? The Dwarven God or the Demon? We are going to find out next session. So if you guys are interested, and for those who have tuned in, if you're interested, stay tuned for 2 weeks. We are going to be I'm going to bring in a whole extra adventure. This was not part of my original plan, but because unfortunately they don't have any horses, they have created more of a story. So they are going to get a little bit more role-playing into their characters next session, as well as they're going to have some encounters. So I hope they're going to enjoy the encounters, because I've got some encounters planned. So stay tuned, and we will be returning. Let's see. I believe it is... Ooh, that might be kind of... Please don't... Oh, nope. That we will be coming back September 8th. So... Let me get with these guys, see if that's okay, and I will set another date for another session in this chapter. So, I want to wish everyone a good night, and thank you for tuning in.
Bye, folks.
Goodbye.
Farewell.